Edward R. Murrow is widely remembered as the prominent television journalist for the Columbia Broadcasting Company, and is best known for his role in turning the public opinion against Senator Joseph McCarthy during his communist witch hunt of 1954, an event that is glorified in the 2005 film Good Night and Good Luck. We will not be driven by fear into an age of unreason if we dig deep in our history and our doctrine. However, Murrow's integrity as a journalist and seemingly effortless objective reporting for CBS was not as easy to attain in his next job position, director of the now disbanded United States Information Agency, a position which was offered to him personally by President John F. Kennedy himself. The USIA, a foreign relation-based U.S. propaganda machine, was created in 1953 and taken over by Murrow in 1961. The USIA was, at the time, meant to be the single operating entity from which all U.S. information was to be dispersed overseas. It produced and distributed books, leaflets, magazines, and the Voice of America radio, through which the people of the world could learn about American life and American values.
Father is certainly enjoying his supper, so is Mother. Just look at that plate.
When Murrow took on the USIA as a powerful device for public diplomacy worldwide, he pledged to provide balanced reporting and America, warts and all. He was granted a voice in policymaking by JFK, along with the position of USIA director, and in return Murrow sang the praises of the agency, pointing out that it costed less than a single Polaris missile every year. Murrow's rather difficult and complicated career at the USIA was defined by such challenging media events as the Bay of Pigs, the Berlin Wall, nuclear testing, and the Cuban Missile Crisis. However, it was the violent backlash against the civil rights movement in the American homeland that attracted the most foreign media scorn for Murrow to reckon with and revert. Yet it was Murrow's positional allegiance to the U.S. federal government that led him away from showing the American warts in the matter of civil rights, spinning stories of protests in a way that placed the U.S. government in the position of advocating hero for people of color. One such act of diplomacy was Murrow's idea to open NASA's space program up to Black Americans, a positive racial dimension for all the world to see. However, in the spring of 1963, the images of police brutality in dealing with black protesters on the streets of Birmingham, Alabama, outraged media outlets around the world, from France to Russia to China. This time it was President Kennedy that helped the USIA save face during that time of frenzied media damage control. His presidential address that June, which was sent worldwide by the USIA, was an opportunity for the president to work his charisma and intelligence on those doubtful foreign outlets. The Morning Post of Nigeria praised Kennedy as one of the greatest champions of the rights of man that ever lived. It was this sentiment that Murrow rallied behind for the next major event of the civil rights movement, Martin Luther King's March on Washington that August of 1963. Murrow organized extensive coverage of the event, including on-the-spot reporting in both English and Swahili. The efforts were satisfied by the positive foreign reactions to the poignant non-violence of the event. It was described as Gandhian in its calm purposefulness. Murrow's standing as American hero was less prominent during his time with the USIA versus CBS. But his ability to use a bureaucratic federal agency to react to events of the world while still maintaining a personal principle showed Murrow's genuineness as a media man. Such humanness is not unexpected from the man who left the television sets of America every night with a humble and humanizing bid of good luck to his fellow countrywomen and men.
But in ourselves. Good night and good luck.